Hi, my name is Benear. Some know me as George J, and I'm a director, writer, songwriter, creative, and overall, I'm that. This is Behind the Directions. We're about to dive into the behind the scene process of Lovin music video by IMANI featuring JABB. Okay. Boom.
Why is that lady so creepy? What lady? From across the street.
It's funny because this first intro scene with Riley and Sid was never supposed to be in it. It was never planned for. The whole video was shot, done, and this was kind of like last minute, maybe a day or two before it was set to like drop. And who doesn't like a dialogue, you know, funny little dialogue with a little sprinkle of like what the story about to be. And the fabric that's flowing in the background that was in the garage. That inspiration behind that too, that came from Beyonce. I think, was it Checkup on it? I always want to like recreate that. Originally, the video was supposed to be about something totally different. The inspiration behind the video itself was supposed to be inspired by Marie, Why Don't We Fall in Love, where she was just walking through the city. You saw the townhomes, the people, random strangers just walking in the streets, and we wanted to kind of build that essence of it. And because of the weather, we were subject to stay in one place at one location, and 90% of the video had to be indoors. I gave it like a day. I was like, give me a day, let me like brainstorm on some ideas of what we can do to make up for what we can't do outside, because it was raining for like 5 days straight. And I was just listening to the song back and forth, walking back and forth, just listening and really like analyzing the song in ways that I just never analyzed. And I was like, how can we make this something completely far from anything that we've done? I was like, what if she was crazy? What if she was bat crazy? When I thought about it, I was like, okay, I never saw nothing like this before. She loved the idea, loved the vision, and it was really just us coming together to figure out what are the looks that we could bring to it. I love how like simple this video was. It wasn't meant to be over the top. It wasn't super sexual. It wasn't nothing too technical. It was light. And yes, fun fact, well, if you didn't know already, that's me in the trash bag wrapped up in tape at the end of the table. In that moment, Nia had to go behind the camera and monitor the still shots of me just sitting there. You see a guy wrapped up in plastic that's out of here. And, you know, she's talking to a whole body of one of her victims. And I was like, this is something that nobody would expect.
That's mine. I'm gonna stick beside her.
Ooh, she a rider. She talk back when I'm inside her. They don't know that's an insider.
I had an idea of like having my character and having JABB character and just all these guys like kind of wrapped up, or bodies wrapped up in plastic somewhere like in a garage where she's like walking past, or in a room and whatnot, like in the cut. And due to timing wise, we couldn't do it. Oh, the head in a jar. Me. I was like, okay, we need somebody head in a jar. It was never supposed to be me. Because it was so last minute, I did that the day before we actually shot. I was looking for like other people that can do it, but in reality, we needed someone that could be in front of like a wall, and I had to kind of like do like these 360 poses of a face where you get the front view, side profiles of both ends, and then going through Photoshop and kind of make it one long thing to where you can blend it together so it's like one flat face. And then I went to Staples, printed that out, had people side on me like, what is going on? And I put it in the jar, and it ended up working out. It's looking back at it, some things I probably would do a little bit differently, but it was good. It worked out good. And then I even realized the window was open, so neighbors was like looking like, what the? Everything really came together pretty dope. Shout out to JABB. Shout out to IMANI, the artist. Shout out to Top, who, you know, mixed the whole project. You know, with every video that I do, whether it's a big project, a music video, an interview, a recap, I like to just try different things and just learn along the way of like what works or what doesn't work. So everybody got their own creative process of how they do what they do. If you haven't, please stream up the album Girl If Only He Knew, a project that I also executive produced with IMANI, which featured Lovin on it. Fun fact, I actually co-wrote this song with IMANI, so it was kind of dope to bring the vision to life and seeing it through and actually doing a video for it. You know, that was kind of real. It was dope. It was dope to kind of see it come together all the way. So hopefully we do more. This is Behind the Directions. I'm Benear. I'm signing out. And yeah, check out Lovin. We out.
A minute, I think I relapsed, cause you know love like drugs. I pulled up on gang and told them you that. They like, oh, that's where you was. Let's skip town just cause 10 toes push come shove. We ain't got no couple